What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sierra Marie here, and I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, you already know what to do. Smash that subscribe button, like, comment, share this video with all your friends, and if you haven't already, go check out my most recent content. So, as you can tell by today's thumbnail, this is video number 4, and this is part 4, episode 4 to the Dark Night of the Soul. So, quick video disclaimer. When I am on my platform here and I am expressing my knowledge on spirituality and my beliefs, I am not forcing my beliefs on anyone, and I am not forcing anyone to go by my word. I am simply sharing my experience and experiences on my spiritual journey and research I have done. I encourage all to do their own research and own inner work to justify questions you might have and any answers you are searching for. Lastly, I am not judging anyone's beliefs or religion they are a part of. So, now that we got that out the way, how have you guys been? So, y'all, let me just say that I am not recording on my camera right now. I am recording on my phone because the SIM card that I use to put in the adapter to put into my phone to transfer like the footage over, it does not work. So I have to go to the store one of these days and get a new SIM card or a new adapter. I don't know which one doesn't really work, but I'm gonna see when I get to the store. So yeah, I have to do that. And we just thugging it out on the phone because this is what I was recording with when I first started YouTube. So it's never bad to go back to old resources, you know? So if you guys have watched the last episode I did, we left off at creating peace within. So with that being said, like, this is basically my version and my experience of my dark night of the soul that I'm explaining to you guys. If I didn't say that in my last video, I'm pretty sure I did. I am not going from anyone else's research on this that I'm reading now in this video. This is all for me and my experience. I do have some things coming up for research updates, but that's for another video. But right now we're gonna talk about my experience and my, events that happened and my feelings and emotions I felt during mine, So we're gonna go to, I think I'm actually, okay, yeah, I can do this one. Okay, learning my self-worth, internal feeling, the internal sense of being good enough and worthy of love and belonging from self first. Then look external, which you have attracted by learning your self-worth. So what that means is like, I overanalyzed myself and every person I've met before, and I realized that everything and every person is a mirror of me and who I am and what my traits are, what I do, what I put out there, and how I am and who I am as a person, really. So that means, like, if I was a toxic person, say, I'm gonna attract toxic people or toxic partners and things of that sort because I'm toxic and I'm manipulative when I'm narcissistic. These are just traits of someone that's toxic. Like, toxicity is a lot of things. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of words to describe it. You just basically have a trashy mindset, and trashy viewpoint of yourself. So that's basically what you're projecting out there, Y'all, I just want to say that I am on my meditation mat, and oh my gosh, it is so comfortable. I'm sitting in like a crisscross applesauce position. It's just so comfortable to me. Like, I just like being on the ground, if that makes sense. I'll get into that later, but yeah, I just wanted to say that if you haven't already, you can go check out one of my vlogs when I first opened it and I showed you guys, and I was like this in the thumbnail, hiding behind it. It was so cute and soft. It still is. But yeah, like, self-worth, like, it's a internal feeling that no one else can feel but you. So it's like you have to change your mindset of who you feel you are and what you're worthy of and what you want. And you have to, like, expect it, and you have to really be willing to change your traits and your personality, because it's constantly shifting. Everything about you is always constantly shifting. Like, yeah, you have this certain personality, but you're continuously adding on to what goes into you, if that makes sense. You know, like, you're constantly changing, you're having different dislikes, and you might like this now, but now you don't like that. You know, it's just like you're constantly just changing. Like, and you know, just because you didn't like something before doesn't mean you can't like it now, or you didn't take that chance but you're taking it now. It's like, it doesn't matter. You know, it's like sometimes it's wrong timing, right thing. You know, is that the saying? Like right person, wrong time. You know, like, it's like that type of thing. Yeah, like self-worth and like belonging. Like, so it's like belonging is you knowing your place, you know, just knowing your place in people's lives that you meet, and knowing who you are as a person in general. Like, you have to know who you are before you can try to belong somewhere or belong with someone. You have to know who you are, and you have to know that you belong wherever you go, really, because at the end of the day, even if it's bad or good with that person or this situation or this opportunity, you either learn something, or you know, it probably didn't benefit you, but in the end it really kind of did, because it's like, can anything really go wrong in life that hasn't put you on a good path, you know, or a certain person denied you but something else approved you and it was better than what you thought it was going to be? You know, it's just like, it's all about self-worth. Like, but it's like, some people already know your self-worth, you just have to know it. Like, a guy will treat you like crap because he feels like you got all your things together. And this is like from a narcissistic point of view, a guy that really just is a shitty type of guy, doesn't really care for women, you know. Like, you're basically like getting your light dimmed because he doesn't have one to really shine. So he's feeling confused about why you're so happy and why you got this and why you got that and he doesn't, because he knows what you could be. He knows the guys you could attract. He knows the opportunities you could catch, and he wants to be a part of that, but he wants it to actually be him, if that makes sense. Like, and that even goes for friends. Like, friends will know, like, if you were that person that got separated, you were always the outcast. I'm mostly talking to y'all, all the black sheep, the people that weren't really understood. You made mistakes, yep, okay, you're human. But the ones that just usually stick to themselves, they watch everything, they notice everything, kind of sensitive, but not really, but you have that defense mechanism of protecting yourself and your peace and your heart and things like that, but you don't let people play with you in general. Like, you know, like, friends, it's like, friends will see that, dang, she could potentially be this, or dang, if she get this done, she gonna look better than me. Or I'm just saying, this is how people can look at you, like, and it's real spill, real tea, you know, like, you gotta really look around you and see who's hanging around you, because there's a lot of y'all out here that are hanging around people, and I'm not directly pointing this at anybody, I'm just saying in general, all over the world. There's so many people out here hanging around people that's giving them the side eye, the evil eye. Don't really mess with them like that, you know, like, or they see that you trying to do this and you trying to do that, but they downplaying it because, you know, they really ain't got nothing going on, but they make it seem like they might, or they might have something better than you as they make it seem, but really they could be miserable, or they doing this really and they can't really do that. So, you know, it's just like, you just really got to watch who's around you and who's in your energy for real, like, because people will really downplay your self-worth and who you are as a person because they don't know who they are. And oftentimes we end up playing into that, and we don't see ourselves anymore. We see the people that, no, we see the person, throat chakra messing up, confirmation. We see the person that they are projecting us to be, you know. But that's what I'm saying, like, you gotta really be that person that finds that self-worth within, really spend time with yourself, love yourself, know what you like, know what you don't like, know what type of people you want to be around, know what type of people you don't want to be around. Like, self-worth, it's so much that ties into self-worth. Like, When you know you're worth more, you don't have just any type of friends. You don't have just any type of partners. You don't talk to certain type of people. You don't place yourself in situations you really don't need to be placed in. You don't stress yourself out with things you really don't need to be stressing about. You're not worried about what everybody else is doing. You're worried about what you're supposed to be doing. And you're caring for yourself. You're doing dates with yourself. You're taking that extra long bubble bath because you fucking deserve it, you know? Or like, shit, like you're late for work, so fucking what? If you die today, guess what? They're gonna hire somebody by tomorrow. That is self-worth. Like, that's what I mean. So much ties into your self-worth. Like, you gotta really understand and understand where I'm coming from when I say this. Like, and a lot of people don't know because they haven't did the work. Throat chakra messing up. 11:11 was just on my clock. Stop playing with me. But like, come on, G. Like, y'all, like, oh my gosh, like, I just feel so good. Like, but we gonna move on to the next thing. I've been on this topic for a minute. Realizing I wanted more for myself. So basically, wanting more for myself, this was the definition I found. An act of becoming fully aware of something as a fact, setting goals, removing negativity, schedule, realizing what they desired from, no, this was my part. So putting myself on a schedule and realizing what I really desired from myself and my life. So in this part of the Dark Night of the Soul, realizing I wanted more for myself, it's like that's what tied into that inner child healing and that inner child work for real. Like, I knew I had to bring her back out. It was just her season. It was her time, you know. And when I brought her back to life, it was like a reboot of who Sierra really is. Once I did this, I started bringing out those hobbies I used to really like. So when I was around certain people, I didn't do that type of stuff. I didn't really sit back and think like, oh, this is what I really like to do. Let me write or something. Because I really like writing. I really do. Or I really like reading. Like, I used to be like, oh, I'm going to pick up a book. I used to be like, nah. Like, I'd rather hang with these people. I'd rather go this place or that place. But it was like, what am I gaining from it? Am I really at peace? Am I really good? Am I really cool with this? Do I like doing these things? Et cetera, et cetera. Not saying that anything was forced for me to do or anything. I'm just saying that being around people made me not really see who I was and what I wanted. It was like a distraction. Everything around you is really a distraction in general, especially if you're not benefiting from it. Like, when you really just sit back and look like, what am I benefiting from this? Like, you know, it's just like, is it worth it? Should I keep going on with it? Should I pursue it? It's just like, you just want more in general, like out of friends, out of family, out of jobs, whatever you're doing, you know? Sorry, you guys, I had to cut that off for a second. Jaden up there acting a fool, y'all. He is too much. But back to what I was saying about basically expecting more out of people in my life and like myself. So like in the scheduling part too, like, so putting myself on a schedule as far as my face care, when I wake up, what I'm gonna do when I wake up, my schedule for Jaden when I wake him up, what am I gonna do for him when I get him up and I get him ready for the day, and when I meal prep him, or you know, things like that. Wash his face, brush his teeth, of course, and things. And then me, like, shower, read your manifestations off, light your candles, burn your sage, fold these clothes that you know, just like scheduling, putting myself in that space where I need to be productive, but I don't need to overwork myself. Like, I just don't need to be grouchy and slouchy, you know, like just when I don't really want to be. Like, that's not even really my emotion, you know, like, but yeah, like, and like forcing myself to do things even when I really don't want to do them, like, but really realizing how it's gonna benefit me, you know. So, and then like expecting stuff for people, like, say if me and somebody is friends and this friend always hangs out with the other friend and never invites me, you know, like, I'm saying, like, say they invite me one time, okay, cool, we kicking it, cool it, but then you realize the vibe is always off, you know, with this, just this one friend, just like you feel like the vibe is always off, and then they don't support you, but they support their other friend's business, or the work they put in or whatever it is. They acknowledge them, they post them, show them off, but they don't do it to you. They're not giving you no validation, and you're doing good as well. You know, y'all supposed to be friends. You gotta watch that word friends too. Yeah, like, you gotta cut that person off. Simple as that, because you are basically not getting what you are reciprocating. Like, you are reciprocating good energy, good vibes, celebration for them and their goals and their milestones, and you always invite them out, or you always include them, you notice them, you know, but they're not noticing you. So it's like, you just really gotta be like, okay, stand off, back off, you know, like, that's, you know, it is what it is. And you don't have to beef with anyone. It's just, when people aren't giving you the same energy, don't continue to pour your energy into that situation, that person, place, thing, whatever. Don't, because you're draining your energy. Like, literally, like, every time you go against your respect, your self-worth, it's like, it's never going to get you nowhere. Like, eventually you're going to get fed up with it. You're going to go off. They're going to be like, and you're holding all this emotion up. You're steady being around these folks and they're not treating you right, or it's a family member. They're always disrespecting you. They always say this and you never say nothing. Like, no. If somebody's disrespecting you, if someone's not valuing you and seeing you as what y'all supposed to be and what you see them as, you need to cut it off completely. Snip, snip. It's simple as that. Like, you're not tripping. You're not, well, you shouldn't be that person that continues to try to be there for people, or be that person that you feel that they want you to be, if that makes sense. Like, stop trying to show people who you are. They know who you are. They know what you're capable of. They just not messing with you like that. They don't love you like that. Like, period. Like, they not, I'm gonna just say, they not fucking with you like that, bro. Like, literally, like, that's what that means. If a person don't ever check up on you but always calling you for some money, what do you think that person obviously wants? What you have to offer. And people will only take it as far as you let them, though, you know? Like, I just started saying, like, you know what? This relationship wasn't serving me. Let me cut this off. This person wasn't serving for you. Let me cut that off. My bad, y'all. I had to stop the video. But, yeah, basically just for realizing I wanted more for myself was cutting ties with things that didn't serve me, wasn't serving my higher purpose. And once I set those goals for myself, I realized that places, people, things had to go. New levels, new things, new people, new money, new places, everything. So yeah, then we're gonna move on to manifestation. So, manifestation, vision, visualize what you want. Desire, be intensely excited about what you're visualizing. Belief, believe what you desire is possible to manifest. Acceptance, accept your beliefs and your ability to manifest it as being true. So, that's basically the steps to manifestation. So, vision, desire, belief, acceptance. So, when you vision something, you are coming up with a picture or video of something in your mind. Because if it's a video, it's like a vision. So it's like a video recording, but it's out here. I don't know why I'm whispering. So just visualizing, like, you're just having a whole scene, basically. That's a better word than video. So you're having a whole scene in your mind of what you want and what you feel you're destined for. And you pulled that out of that inner child, because that's what you visualized for yourself as a kid. And you're like, dang, I really like that. And I really wanted that house, or I really wanted that type of car. So now you're visualizing it. You're seeing it, you know, in your mind and in your dreams. And then you're seeing it on the street now because you're attracting it. Excuse me. Sorry. And then desire. So to have a desire for something is basically intensely excited about what you're visualizing. So when I desire something, it's something that I really, really want. And I am determined to get it no matter what. I'm determined to get there at any rate or any pace, you know. I desire this thing. You know, like, because usually when you use desire, you're like, I truly desire you, or I truly desire this person, or I truly desire this thing, or, you know. And then belief. So then you have to believe what it is you're manifesting can actually come to you. It can actually be real. So like I'm saying, like, you cannot doubt it. You cannot downplay it in front of people. If someone says, oh, you'll never be able to do that, you don't say, man, you're probably right. No, you say, well, who are you to tell me that I can't have this, or I can't make this, or I can't go there? Who are you to tell me that? Anything is possible if you make it. Like, it doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. Focus on you. You vision something, desire it, and believe in it. As long as you do that, you're gonna get what you want. It's not about what anyone else wants. That's why it's your manifestation. That's why it's your vision. That's why it's in your imagination, because it's for you. What's for you cannot be for anyone else. Period. It doesn't matter if it's in the same category, the same color. It's not gonna be the same. And you have to be that person that just says, fuck it, like, this is what I want. I'm going to work towards it. I'm not going to let nothing distract me. I vision it. I believe in it. I'm not going to overthink it or overwork for it. I know it's going to simply just come to me. But you have to work while you wait, of course. But you have to be patient as well. You have to be very patient. And acceptance. So accept your belief in your ability to manifest it as being true. So you, like, really have to accept it. Like, you know, like, I'm not settling for nothing else, like, period. Like, say if it's a house, it's a certain house you're looking for, or say you are someone that wants to build your house from the ground up, and you're steadily getting, like, teased by these nice houses that are already built, and you're like, that one looks kind of like my vision a little bit, somewhat, but it's not what you want. Why would you settle for this when you could just wait for what you really want? 444 on my clock. Why? Don't settle. Don't settle, and don't rush into something that you really don't want, because then you end up moving, right? You end up leaving. You end up putting money and food and all that into this house and working on it, you know, like, decorating it, all that. You put all this into this house, but it's like, dang, it's not the one you really want. It's just not that house, you know? So now you got to finish doing whatever you're doing in that home, saying it's like paying it off or whatever, maybe. And you could have just waited for something bigger. You could have waited for what you actually wanted and not something you thought you wanted, or you got manipulated into thinking that you should just do it now because social media, because people around you, people in the society. No. Throat chakra confirmation. Excuse me. But yeah, like, literally, just manifest it, vision it, believe it, have faith in it, and just know that whatever is for you, like I said, it can be the same thing. It can't be for anyone else. What is for you, whatever person is meant to be with you, whatever car is meant to be yours in the future, whatever job you're supposed to actually take, or you're going down this road, but you get shifted down this road and that person goes the other way. We're all taking different roads, like, but you got to be that person that says, well, I can take this road, but why don't I fix it up, fancy it up some? Yeah, just like you're shooting off to different ways, different roads, and you just choose to do something more with your road that you go down, like, or you guys can end up on the same path, you and someone else, somebody random. But no matter what, you depart in some areas of being who you are. So literally, you have to be that person that says, I can have more than this. Like, I can have this, but I want more. I can have that one, but I want more. But you be grateful for what you do have. I'm saying, as far as, like, you haven't moved into that house that you just settled for, but you're in a nice, decent home. You're paying decent rent, and your family's mobile transportation is good, and, you know, things like that. But don't take big leaps in life based off what society is showing you and based off what you feel a good life should look like. You know, really go deep into your imagination and look for what you want, because it's there. It's right here. It's not going anywhere. You just have to decide to uncover it and dive into it. You know, if you don't do it, then who else will? Think about it like that. Like, you're the only person that can do it. But all right, we're gonna go to the next one. And gratitude. So gratitude, the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. So gratitude, it's not simple. It's like, it's real deep. It's a real deep emotion that you have to show towards yourself, your life, the God spirit within you, and others. You know, you have to show it to yourself first. You have to be grateful for you. You are the one that has to deal with you every day. You are the one that has to wake up and look at your face. You have to be the one to maintain you and what you wear and what you do for a living, or where you live, what makeup you put on, or whatever appearance you're trying to go for or something. You are the one that has to maintain that all about yourself to make yourself look good. You have to maintain your mental health. You have to maintain crying to yourself or whatever. You know, you are the one that has to feel those emotions, no one else. And 9 times out of 10, you're mostly alone. So you just have to be grateful for you. You have to be grateful that you're waking up. That's the first thing. When you wake up in the morning, be grateful that you're even alive. Literally, be grateful that you opened your eyes. Like, a lot of people wake up and I want somebody to lie. 9 times out of 10, say if I asked 100 people when they wake up in the morning, what is the first thing that they do? It's either going to be to grab their phone, get up and go to the bathroom, of course, get up and brush your teeth, wash your face, shower, whatever it may be. But how many people out of those people do you think, what percentage out of those people would you think will actually say, I say, thank God for waking me up this morning? Like, I don't care if you even just go into the bathroom. When you first open your eyes, do you not know how big of a blessing that is? You could have died in your sleep. People don't know. They don't appreciate their life. They just like, shit, well, I'm up. All right, let me go do something. Let me go do this. Let me go eat that. Let me go grab my phone and go straight to social media to see how everybody else is living, and I'm fucking miserable. That's what most people do. Did you even say you appreciate yourself? Or like just anything like simple for gratitude, like just like, okay, I'm grateful I woke up, and then now I'm gonna leave my phone where it's at. I already stopped my alarm. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna stretch. Form of self-care. You are making sure that your life is in check and that you're actually living luxurious and at peace in a spiritual way, in a physical way, in your own reality, instead of going right to your phone and boom, clicking right on Instagram and Facebook, and you see so-and-so is doing this, or they woke up with this much money. And why is that the first thing you want to look at in the morning? And I'm not saying these people have to necessarily be doing better than you, but they could just have stuff you don't. If that's something you want to work for, why are you watching them the first thing you get up? When you first get up, care for yourself first. Do something for yourself to benefit what you're trying to get. You know what I mean? Like, and being grateful for God. Like, me, I believe in God a different way than other people. I believe God is a spirit. He's just within me. He's the good side of me. He's the side that tells me yes. He's the side that tells me no, even when I want it to be yes. Just that generous side, that side that just has this undying care for nature and people, you know, that real pure sweet side. Because just like we are all the sweetest people ever. We don't have to feed the devil that's in us. That means that's the person that does bad, that steals, that lies. And I'm not saying that it's not okay to tell a little white lie. You're still human. I'm not going to say don't tell a little white lie here and there. But I'm saying like lying just about certain things, like that's just over the top. But yeah, like just being thankful for God, you know, whatever higher power you believe in, show greatness to the person you believe in or the spirit you believe in. Like, I worship my God in spirit, and I worship my guardian angels, my ancestors, and spirit team. because I know that I'm a spiritual being. At the end of everything, that's what I am. I'm an energy, I'm a soul, you know? So, then we're gonna go to regaining focus on what's always been within. So, I came to a realization in isolation that something was always off or did not seem right to me about my life and what I was doing and also settling for. So that's when like that came in, like questioning everything, like why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why didn't this go right? But this went right. Or why I didn't get that, or why I didn't get this? Why didn't this work out but this worked out? Or why am I not around these people anymore and I'm around these people now? Confirmation, third chakra. Like, sorry y'all, this is the best apple juice besides the one that's at Walmart in the glass container, y'all. That really tastes like apples. I forgot what it's called, but if you know, you know. Yeah, like, it's just like, I'm like questioning, like, okay, so I deleted Facebook, right? So it was like, I'm like, dang, I'm always on Facebook. Like, what is on here? What is attracting me to this app, you know? And it's like being in that certain vibration. That's what was attracting me to the app. Like, I'm in this vibration, so this is what excites me. This is what I want to look at. This is what I'm focusing on. And a lot of people don't think they're focusing on anything. They might be just looking at something, or they just scrolling real quick. No, you're putting all your focus onto this. You're putting your energy into this. Like, you're just on your phone basically all 8 hours of the day. You can't even put your phone down for a second, you know? Or like certain signs and things like that. And I'm like, everything is not a coincidence. It's like I just knew. I'm like, man, something is off. And that's when I started to know things happen for a reason. Every little thing in your life, the people that leave your life, they left for a reason, or you left them for a reason. Well, I'm not even gonna say it like that. God separated them from you for a reason, or God ended that relationship for a reason. Because when you go back and reflect and you think about it, like, okay, I can see how this played out, or I can see how I was in the wrong for this, and I got karma for this when it got in this relationship, and this was kind of similar, and then I was friends with this person. They were a toxic friend. I stopped talking to them, but I didn't heal that part of knowing when someone's a friend. So then I attracted that same type of friend. Same energy, different form. And it's like, I started questioning, like, what am I doing with my life? Can I alter what's going on in some type of way? Like, yeah, you can never cheat death. Just throw that out there. You can never cheat death. And you can never do other people wrong and expect good out of life. So it's like, why not just focus on me? Let me speak out into the universe. Let me put some spells out there, casting good spells, speaking good over my life. If I really change my mind, I'm gonna change my life. That's how I started thinking. Because I used to be that person that cussed all the time, always said, oh, I look like this. Oh, I got that. Oh, why is this right here? Oh my gosh, I don't like this. Complaining when I should have been grateful, you know? Just looking all that what was wrong with life. But like, was anything really wrong? Like, was it only wrong because I made it wrong? It's like, it's all about how you react to things and how you personally intake the information and what goes on in your life and around you in society, what plays out in the real world, you know? Even like about like what I was eating, I'm like, because I used to watch this guy. I still watch him sometimes on Instagram. His name is Real Chosen. And he was talking about the food, like meat and stuff. Sorry, y'all. I know y'all heard that third chakra stuff. But yeah, like he was talking about meat, and he was like, why are you thinking that you are in a depressed state? And why do you think you get mad when you don't eat and stuff like that? You think that's cute, and it's not that. He was like, you're feeling the emotions of the animal that you're eating. And he was like, it gives off an energy transfer. So basically that means like spirits can go into anything and anyone. It can take any shape or form. It's energy. Like, say this broken TV over here. Y'all can't see it, but it's a broken TV over here. If, say, a spirit went up into that TV and powered it on somehow, and it's not even plugged in, it's an energy. It's that powerful. Energy can take any form and boop, you're on. Because you can go from, you know, you have consciousness now. That TV has consciousness now. It's awoken. So, say a cow. What do you usually get from cows? We get milk from cows. We get, what? I don't really think people cut up cow parts, do they? Who eats cow? I don't eat cow. But I do drink milk here and there, but I don't eat cow. Okay, so say a pig or a chicken. So say if this chicken was abused all its life and beat around, tossed around, just taking the eggs, throwing it back in the cage and all this stuff. Saying this is happening dang there every day of this chicken's life. This chicken is in the vibration, in the feelings of feeling useless, worthless, feeling all these different sad, depressed emotions, and angry, pissed off because they can't do anything. They're helpless and they're getting slung around in cages. Can you imagine how sad that must be? Like, I can't even like imagine living like that. And then you die and they cut your body up, and then you, a human being in the physical, but a spiritual being, digest this poison, basically. Like I said, I go with whatever spirit gives to me. So if you wonder why I be stopping like that sometimes, it's like I'm channeling, you know. They help me to deliver these messages. Help me to know what to say, how to say it. Because sometimes things won't make sense to other people, but eventually, when you get to that stage, or if you one of the people that you know you listening, you trying to understand, you gonna know what I'm saying. But yeah, like, you're getting that energy transfer of that spirit and that animal into you. So that's altering your spiritual mind, and basically like altering your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions. It's making you feel emotions that aren't yours, because it's an energy transfer. Like, and even energy could transfer from another person. Like, say if you're around somebody that's always mad all the time or always complaining all the time, eventually you're going to be a person that is mad and complaining all the time. It doesn't have to initially be you eating them, but yeah, like that's the same thing. Like, it's energy. Everything is energy. Like, if someone is steady projecting that they don't fucking like you, that's them giving that energy. And you could be at home like, dang, I feel like this person don't like me because they do this, because you're feeling that energy. Everything is energy. No matter how you put it. You are an energy. At the end of everything, you are energy. That's it. This is for here. You only get it once, unless you get reincarnated. But this person that you are in this life, the one that you see yourself as, the one you wake up and look in the mirror, you're only in this mask one time. One. You can take other forms. You never die. But you will only be this flesh, this person, once. One time. You will only look like this. Literally. Just got a little too deep into that, but we're going to move on. So, spirituality. Oh, no, we just did that one, right? Or was that? Yeah, I think we did that. The quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. No, I think I read half of it and I didn't finish it. Yep, I read half of it and didn't finish it. So spirituality, the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. So learning about spirituality, this was my favorite part. So learning that everything was spiritual was kind of scary. This was a scary part. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like angel numbers per se. So everyone knows the 333 means your angels and ascended masters are near you at all times and protecting you. So there would be times where like I was doing something risky, or like I was out somewhere and I was thinking a certain thing, right? And then I would go on my phone and see a certain video and it would tell me something and I'm like, hold on, what the heck? And I would look up and I would see 333. Or I would see a certain angel number, or say on the video and the likes, it would say like, say 525. Say I look up and I see a car driving past at that exact moment with 525. I'm like, wait a minute. And that's when I knew that I was getting real live spiritual messages. I'm like, wow. So it's really real. It's real as I thought. I knew it was real because when I first started seeing angel numbers, I just always knew it was something more to them. But man, once I started really feeling it and I started really speaking to my spirit guides and ancestors, it got scary for a second, man. It was like them psychic abilities was turned up. Like, y'all, it was like auto-tuned or something. Like, it was like, I don't know how that sound, but like, I'm like, bro, this is getting scary. Like, what's going on? It's like, I thought I was tripping, but it's like, I'm like, wow, this is like a different type of magic. This is a different type of thing going on, you know? Like, I started knowing that I'm literally just an energy. Like, the windows are the eyes to the soul. Like, and I would sit in the mirror and I would just stare into my eyes. And I remember one time I had put my hands on the glass and I was just staring into my eyes. And this is when I lived in my old house. But I was just staring into the glass and I was just looking at my eyes and I was looking at my soul. Like, yeah, I'm in this body and this was the body I was meant to be in. And I feel like your soul chooses what body they want because they feel that that is what love looks like to them. I feel like I am what love looks like in my soul's description and belief. And your soul's description and belief and feeling, you said that's who I see me as, that's who I'm picking. But you know what? God had to qualify you for it. He had to recognize you and be like, yep, that goes. But you already know who you are. But when you come here, you forget that. It's wiped. You have to discover it again. That's the cycle of life. You have to discover it yourself. You have to go with God. You have to walk into the unknown. Walk by faith and not by sight. Just spiritual, like you just start seeing the human form as something really magical, and like, you know how you can alter it. Whoa, like I am really powerful. And then when you start learning about who you are for real and your backstory, and you start meditating and all that, like it gets so good. It gets gooder than you would ever imagine, man. It's scary at first though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like it's kind of scary. The Dark Night of the Soul was like, cause you know, me coming from a part of my life where I was like, I didn't think this type of stuff was possible and coincidences and stuff like that. But I started learning like, this ain't a coincidence, or like, okay. So this, I mean, it has something to do with spirituality, but yo, when I tell y'all how powerful this stuff is, if I'm lying, smack me 5 times. Gee, I was sitting in the room, and so I'm on my phone, right? And I'm just quiet. And that's how you know this stuff for real, when you start being quiet. When you stop this, and you just start to more, this gonna see everything for you. This gonna point it out already. it's gonna put the pieces together for you. Because these can't. It can to a certain extent, but in the physical. Spiritual, it's different. So say, look, I'm on my phone and I'm looking at some videos and somebody was around me that said something. I think it was my sister. It was so funny though. It was so funny because oh my gosh, y'all, like, okay, so I'm literally on the phone, I'm swiping or whatever. She talking. I hear her talking, but I'm not paying attention. So she says one thing, she says like a sentence, and then a certain song that I ended up swiping to and stopping on basically like said something that like replied to what she said. It was like, at first I thought I was tripping, like these eyes would have tricked me, these ears just would have tricked me. Because yes, I heard it, but my ears would have just tricked me. This not being open, it would have tricked me. But since it's open, it was like, wait, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, they just revealed something to me. It's like that, like, or say like, I could be talking about somebody just did this to me or that to me. And then I'll say, oh, I think they doing this. And say a car honks. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, confirmation. Like, I remember this was literally like a couple days ago. So me, I talk to myself. Geniuses talk to themselves. So I'm downtown, I'm at the train, I'm gonna go to work. Well, I ain't gonna say work, but whatever, yeah. So I'm gonna go there or whatever to the establishment. And I'm down there at the train. I got my AirPods in, but I don't think I was playing nothing. I think I was, but then I stopped. So, y'all, I got to talking about something because I'm like, oh yeah, we talking good stuff, like, and then I'm like, I bet you da-da-da-da. Like, I'm having a whole conversation with myself. Once I said, I bet you this, da-da-da-da, y'all, the massive noise, like the noise that happened, it came from like a big truck. Like, it was like one of them trucks that just be downtown. Them trucks be long and they be big. Yeah, like it just started going off. Like it was like like it was going crazy. And I'm like, that's what it is. That's what it is. Y'all, people probably would have thought I was tweaking, but y'all, I'm like, wow, like spirit be giving me confirmation. My guardian angels, my spirits and ancestors, they love me, bro. They be, man. And if this wasn't open, I wouldn't have thought of it like that. I'm being regular or whatever and like not woke, I'ma say. I would have been like, I would have looked past that and I just would have kept going about my day. But whole time, that was a sign. Like, I'm saying this out loud, right? And then automatically out of nowhere, a horn just goes off super loud. That is confirmation to what I'm saying. Like, that just happens out of nowhere. Come on, man, stop playing. So then mindset, the established set of attitude held by someone. So with your mindset, it's like, you gotta like really change your mind if you want to change your life. Like, say like, if you want this certain job or you want this certain body, you gotta change your mindset. You gotta say, okay, look, I gotta work out this day, and this day. I gotta eat this certain food. I can't eat that food. I gotta do this and I gotta do that to prepare. You have to stay in that mindset. If you don't stay in that mindset and you be like, okay, I'm gonna do it this day, boom, do it that day, and I'm gonna do it that day. But then you don't hold up your end of the bargain. You end up going out with friends and drinking and eating nachos, cheese and shit. You eating dairy, now you farting and now you bloated. Like, come on now, what's going on? Like, but if you put yourself in that mindset, like, okay, say boom, it's a Tuesday, you just got off work, say you get off at 3 p.m. or whatever, so it's still early in the day. You're like, okay, let me go get my workout in. But then your friend call you up like, hey, we finna go out. What you want? What you trying to do? And usually you'll be like, yeah, I'm down. Let's go. No. Get to that gym. Go do what you gotta do. You know what you're supposed to be doing. You gotta say, wait, look, okay, I'm supposed to be doing this. I know I'm supposed to do that and prepare for this for tomorrow. Maybe I'm gonna just have to miss out this time. Because at the end of the day, you the only one that gotta go home with you. You the only one that's trying to reach their goal. Nobody else around you trying to reach that goal. You is. You the only one trying to get that body in check. Can anybody else work out for you? No? Oh. Can they do your laundry? I mean, they could, but are you gonna ask them? Are they gonna offer? No. Are they gonna do that grocery shopping for you and you only got an apple and some cheese in your fridge? No. Mindset. It's about your mindset. Showing up for me. So, analyzing everyone around me, then myself, then what I wanted out of life, questioning my living situation, my self-care, my health, etc., me and my son's relationship. So with that, it was like analyzing everyone around me. I don't know why I said it like that. Analyzing everyone around me, like the people I was friends with, the people I was in relationships with, the people I was around, people that I worked with, just people in general, like, and the environment I was in and putting myself in, and what was I doing with my free time and spare time, you know. And I'm like, how is this benefiting me? Is this benefiting my purpose and things like that? Or did this person or that thing benefit my purpose? Like, yeah, they may have benefited it, but they're not here, but they benefited it, so it doesn't really matter, you know. And I started seeing it as that, like, okay, they benefited me in some way. They showed me something about myself that was wrong with myself. Now I need to go do some introspection, you know, analyzing myself, like, okay, Sierra, what's wrong with you? Yeah, these people might do this to you, these people might do that, but put yourself in check first. You have to check yourself before anyone else does. You have to humble yourself. And I'm saying only for certain situations and things, but you have to check yourself at the door. Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? You can't worry about what everybody else is doing. Are you playing get back at this and get back at that because they did this and that to you? Why? What are you getting out of it? Are you stealing? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? You know, like, really, like, you know, just analyzing, like, dang, what should I be doing? Or what am I doing wrong? Like, or what did I do wrong? You know? But forgave myself, and I said, okay, I was doing this. Yep, all right, but I forgive myself. Okay. Or I said, say I'm talking to someone and I'm making a good point, but they're also making a good point, so I'm hearing them out. But say I don't like something they say, so I don't go ballistic on them or nothing like that. I just say, okay, I'll respond as if how I would want them to respond to me. So as far as being truthful and certain tone and voice, you know. So like saying, okay, I see what you're saying, but look, this is my point of view. This is how I see it. This is what I would do. You know, instead of, no, I ain't even trying to hear what you gotta say. I don't even care. You gotta be able to hear people's side of the story. When do you want somebody to hear your side, you know, like, so yeah. And then like what I wanted out of life, like those goals I made, the goals I made for myself that are long term, that I know are achievable, and I manifest. And you see how I'm speaking it like that? Manifestation is how you speak, how you think, everything. You have to speak as if it's already yours. You have to claim it, literally. Like, it don't matter if you don't got 100 mil in your bank account. I'm a millionaire. Wake up every day, I'm a millionaire. Because guess what? You already rich with what you got. Because you're grateful for what you got. So God gonna bless you with some more because you're grateful, you patient, you working, you being a good person, you doing good, you treating yourself with care, you know, you're not overworking, you're not treating people horrible, you're not stealing from people, you know, like, you know, yeah. Like, I just knew I wanted more out of life. Like, I'm like, let me have some goals that I know, like, my younger self would have been proud of me to make, you know, like, because I probably had the vision when I was a kid and lost it, and then didn't really remember what I wanted. But you know what? I started to learn what I wanted now, like, and so I'm bringing that vision back out, because when I meditate, I can see those things. I can envision those things if I want. I can ask Spirit to reveal them to me again. Or can you come back and help me and show me this, you know? Like, you can travel back to that mind state, that energy, because it's still a part of you. Every part of you and everything you went through is still a part of you. It's still in you, and it can be revealed to you as only if you have the power and if you believe in it. I question my living situation, so basically, like, I'm like, do I want an apartment, or do I want this, or do I want that, is my credit good? You know, I started focusing on stuff like that. And then my self-care. So seeing like, okay, yeah, I do this for people and I do that for people, but what do I do for myself? You know, like, I'm like, do I get my own nails done? Do I get my hair done? Do I get my ends trimmed when I'm supposed to? Am I taking myself out on a date once in a while? Am I spending time alone, getting a mani-pedi and a pedi? No, I almost said that twice, but getting a mani-pedi, getting my brows waxed, spending some time out on the strip or walking. So with self-care, it comes in a lot of different things. Like, but yeah, like, just like catering to myself, like taking time out to breathe, or showing up early, kind of going to the establishment I go to make what I rightfully own. So I would read my book, like, you know, just take that extra time and just read my book. You know, I'm gonna go into this place and yeah, I'm gonna be irritated that I gotta be here probably, but hey, you know, just knowing that I'm taking some time out for myself here and there, like, even if it's 10 minutes alone to yourself, like, just that self-care, just making sure you're taking a breather here and there and you're not working too hard and stuff like that. And then my health, like, just making sure, like, I put myself on a scheduled routine for working out. Like, I'm not schedulally working out, but like, I try to work out 2 times a week. I just started back. I had stopped for a little minute, but I'm back into it. But I'm still toned and fit. Your girl look good, honestly. But I try to get my body moving at least twice a week, like, where I move for at least 20 to 30 minutes, you know, just doing the lifts, squats, jumping jacks, what else I be doing, like the ab workouts, leg workouts, booty workouts, all type of stuff. Also the jump rope, doing that. But yeah, so then me and my son's relationship, so I just made sure that I wasn't neglecting him, you know, like, I was making sure that I wasn't making him feel like he was a burden to me or anything, like, because I am a single mom. Me and his father are not together. He might not make, sorry, my throat messing up, throat chakra, messing up. Y'all, my throat chakra messing up bad. I'm stuttering and stuff. But no, so like, basically I was making sure that he didn't feel that absence of a parent, if that makes sense. So not making up for the love that he doesn't feel from his father, but just making sure I'm being the best mom I can be for him, and making sure I care about his feelings and what he has to say and his ideas and his creativeness, you know, and just take time with him and know that he's still learning, you know, and to cherish him being a little kid. And yeah, because when I had my son, I was a kid myself. I was only 14, 13. So it's like I grew up with him in a way, and now it's like I'm this adult and I have a finna be 5-year-old. It's like, wow, like, it's crazy, you know, but I just want to show him the most love that anyone can ever show, you know, to him, because it all starts at home. When he goes out into the world, he's gonna project what is projected onto him. So if I project onto him that he's a good boy no matter what, and he's smart, and I speak life into him, I pray over him, protect him, I talk to him at a certain tone, or I discipline him in a certain way, without having to spank him sometimes, you know, and just teaching him how to express himself. He can go out there and he can do the same, you know. So yeah, and then realization and looking back / analyzing the past. So realizing how people treated me, how I treated people, my heart, my childhood, the relationships I was in. So I'm just gonna speak on basically how people treated me. So honestly, I felt like a lot of people treated me as though I was just different. Like, it's like people seen that potential in me that I didn't see in myself at first, and they took advantage of it because they like, well, she gonna keep dealing with it, or she gonna come back, she gonna be our friend still, or she gonna be my girlfriend again, or I'm gonna be able to hit again. You know, that's probably how a lot of people used to think about me. You know, like, it was just like, am I getting the short end of the stick, or am I giving them the short end of the stick? And once I realized, like, I'm the one really getting the short end, goodbye. Like, you know, like, And then how I treated people. Like, I realized that I was a bad person. Still am, because I'm human, but she just put aside, you know, that's a person that I was and the things I did. But hey, can't take them back. Oh well. You know, you just gotta accept shit for what it is and move on, like, literally. So it's like, once I accepted, like, hey, look, you did some bad shit, or you was a fake ass bitch, or you did this, you did that. I'm like, dang, this is really what I've done. This is what I am. Like, no, this ain't right, you know? So I did my own introspection. And then my heart, like, with my heart, it's like, I wanted to learn what I really loved and who I really loved and who loved me. Like, I know that I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy to be loved. And no matter what, it's a lot of people that might hate me, and it's a lot of people that's gonna love me. But at the end of the day, I know I deserve love no matter what. From friends, family, everything. I'm still pure. I'm still a good person at the end of the day. So, yeah. In my childhood, basically, I just look back and just analyze, like, what I went through as a kid, what things took place. Did I have friends, or were those people there for me, or how I was treated as a kid? Like, I was bullied as a kid, but I look back on it now, I'm like, y'all bullied me because I look better than most of y'all. I know. I always had the good hair. That's what I did not realize when I was a kid, y'all. My hair is, like, so fucking bomb. Like, I'll look back now and I'm like, oh my gosh, my hair was bomb as fuck. I could have been doing styles like this, and what would have been killing the game. Don't play. Literally, like, if I would have just wore styles like this, would have been killing bitches. Period. Y'all, when I first wore my afro to school in 11th grade, y'all, like, I was feeling myself, because everybody was like, oh my gosh, okay, you know? But yeah, like, as a child, like, I was, like, downplayed a lot by people, like, and it was just like, wow, like, and that projection on me made me hate myself, really. Like, I didn't know who I was. I wanted to people please everybody. I wanted to be cool with everybody. But then I had to learn I was never for everybody. From the jump, from the beginning, I was never for all of y'all. I know a lot of y'all wish I was, but no. Meant for bigger and better things, meant to be around different and better people, unfortunately, for you. Not me, but yeah, like, it was just like, I realized how my parents treated me. I haven't always had a good relationship with my mom, but our relationship is good now. It was just like being that kid that was hard-headed, that kid that didn't listen. But I was also that kid that didn't even let adults disrespect me. You know, if I feel disrespected, I'm gonna speak up on it. If you want to hit me in my mouth for it or send me to my room, that's fine. But I'm gonna speak on how I feel. And that's how my son is. Like, I tell him, like, you know, you can cry about it. That is okay to do. But use your words to tell me how you feel and why you feel this way, you know? So I do it different than how I was treated, but yeah. I'm not even gonna get into the relationships part, because what relationships? I only claim one relationship out of all the other ones. And I'm pretty sure everyone on here that knows me knows which one. So, changing my diet. I stopped eating meat January 29th, 2022. I started drinking more liquids, then eating solids, not as much junk food, not laying down and eating. So when you lay down after you eat, bro, you're just gaining on the pounds. Literally, like, you're just gaining on the pounds. So but I stopped eating meat January 29th, and I started drinking more liquids. Like, this part of the dark night of the soul was like, it was just like I would never really be hungry. Like, y'all, I was realizing that you really don't need food. I was realizing, like, wow, like, I haven't ate this much in a long time, you know? Like, it was like I would go a whole day. I would eat an apple and drink a whole bunch of water all day. And I would be really okay. Like, yeah, I would get that little growl in my stomach, but it was like I had to really think, like, am I really hungry? You know? And really, I wasn't even hungry. I wasn't starving or nothing like that. I was fine. You know? It was weird, but it was like I started learning differently. I was getting unprogrammed. Like, they tell you you need 3 meals a day. You don't. Like, I started drinking just like juices, like cranberry juice and stuff. Eating soups. I was trying new soups. And just not really eating like mashed potatoes, even though that was definitely one of my favorite foods once I converted over. I wasn't eating. Like, I was going without eating, and I was just drinking liquids. No one really probably noticed, but that's what I was doing. And I was just be fine. Like, I was okay, you know? Not as much junk food, so I was trying to somewhat lose weight and stuff. So I'm like, I can't be eating too much junk food. So I would stop eating junk food, and I was noticing how my body was changing and stuff like that. And then, like, I was on the move a little bit too, like moving around and stuff. So I was good. All right, so digging deeper into things, people, places, and things around me. So basically just realizing that everything that was around me, the people, was because I mirrored them, good or bad people, in my surroundings, because I didn't see the good in where I was. So I thought it was so bad. So I really was seeing where I was at in my life as bad, because that's what I feel was bad. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm a little sleepy. But yeah, like, I felt like I was at rock bottom, and I was, but it was like, was it really rock bottom though? Like, was it really that bad? You know, like, just because I would go on social media and I would look at how everybody else had this and had that, and I'm like, dang, but I only got this. But you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm glad that I only have this. You know, this is what I'm supposed to have. That's what I started seeing it as. Like, you know, this is what I'm supposed to have right now, and it is what it is. You know, I really have everything I need. It might not be what I want. Go Shocker messing up. It might not be what I want, but, you know, it's what God wants me to have right now. And sometimes God postpones things because it's not meant for you to have them. So, yeah. And then surroundings and people. So that tied into really what I was talking about before. Basically realizing that people around me, I was mirroring. I was a bad person. I was a good person, and whether those people were good or bad or not, they mirrored me in some type of way. And even if I wasn't like that at that certain time, that probably was a part of me that was with me, you know, and how I acted, you know. So yeah, like, you could meet someone today and they act just how you could have acted a long time ago. And even though that's not who you are now, it's a test. People are tests, like, literally. People can get brought around you to test to see if you are going to recognize what type of person this person is and how you could have been them a minute ago or 2 years ago, you know, like noticing like the toxic patterns or anything of that sort. Looking through illusions. So realizing everything I see and hear is all illusions, and doubt, fear, laziness, depression is an illusion created by the mind that you can easily free yourself from. So looking through illusions is like, I started just looking at things more. Like, it was like I was staring at things for long periods of time, like really just focusing on it, like somebody imagined this and they made it a physical thing. It started probably off as like a drawing on a piece of paper, And then it became materials put together by someone. Like someone could have thought of this shoe that's in front of me right now. You can't see it. Could have thought of this shoe that's in front of me right now and be like, man, I want this type of shoe, man. And they say they just get to imagine it, and then somebody else goes and creates this shoe. And then that's another thing. Y'all gotta realize we are all connected. We are really connected. Why do you think when you are dreaming about someone, say they text you? Because they felt that energy of you. Or say if you are talking about someone 30 miles away from you, you're talking about them. They will be talking to someone and say your name out of nowhere. You want to know why? Because you're connected. And then it's like this illusion that's created with like doubt, fear, and laziness. It's an emotion created by you. If you say you're depressed and you stay in fucking bed all day and decide to be depressed, that's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna be. That's the vibration you're gonna be in. Oh, nothing ever gonna go right. I'm just gonna lay down. I'm just gonna go back to sleep. I'm gonna get up, go to the bathroom, and go back to sleep. I'm depressed. I'm depressed. Of course you are. You are literally feeding it. You're feeding that emotion when, ooh, excuse me, confirmation. And you don't have to. You are choosing to be in that state of mind because you don't want to get out of it. You don't want to think like, oh, well, I am a little sad, but I could go outside and go for a walk. You're not trying to take yourself out of that state. You're just choosing to be in it. Now, I'm not saying you don't get sad or you shouldn't get sad. Of course, everyone gets sad, but depression, that is a very, very strong emotion to feel and a very bad emotion to label yourself with. And then laziness, like laziness, you can't really be lazy. You really can't. It's an illusion. Fear is an illusion. Like the news and stuff, that's fear being put onto humans and civilians or whatever you want to say. Like, oh my gosh, this car just crashed over here, don't go outside. Or this school just got destroyed, don't go outside. Like something simple like that. Or let's talk about COVID. Yeah, there's a viral disease going around and you guys all just need to stay in the house and don't question anything. Don't worry about nothing. Just stay right there. Fear. Putting you in a state of everyone's gonna die. Oh my God. So many people have died already though. It's crazy, but it wasn't from whatever they're saying it is. But yeah. That's just simply what I believe in. You guys don't have to agree with everything I say. Remember that. And I don't have to agree with everything you say. Just know this is what I truly believe, and that's what I'm speaking on. So, yeah, you just have to literally free yourself from bad thoughts and illusions created by your mind and put yourself in good ones and see more for yourself and be like, you know what, I'm not going to be depressed. To be depressed for what? I woke up today, you know? Like, uplift yourself. Know that can't nobody else uplift you but you. Literally, nobody else can fulfill a happiness within yourself if you are not happy with yourself. No one can love you if you don't love yourself. You cannot be scared of something if you don't believe in it or if you don't pay attention to it. You know? If you don't put your energy into something, it cannot possibly hinder you in any way or mess with you, you know, in the physical, spiritual, anything. If you just don't let it bother you. Literally. But yes, that is the end of this video, you guys. I'm going to end it right here because this video is super long. Y'all, oh my gosh, y'all ever get sleepy and y'all just start saying like stupid stuff? Well, not stupid stuff, but you just start saying things that don't make sense, or you just start laughing. Like, I'm one of the people that do that sometimes, but I also just laugh. Like, I just be laughing. I be silly because I'm sleepy. But I wanted to do this video for you guys because I know it's been a minute, and at first I wasn't fit to. But yeah, I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new to my channel, you already know what to do. Smash that subscribe button, like, comment, share this video with all your friends. And if you haven't already, go check out my most recent content. And go follow me on Instagram at Alchemist Marie. And follow our YouTube Instagram page at SierraMarieTV. You guys, this is part 4, episode 4. And the next video will be on my experience still before we hop into the next part of the Dark Night of the Soul. So stay tuned for that, you guys. And I also will be dropping other type of content, not just spirituality. Y'all know I ain't trying to, yeah, but I'm still gonna drop it because it's my calling to do so. So, you know. But yeah, I love you guys, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to continue to stand in my true light and walk in my truth and guide others that want to be guided. Sending love, light, healing, and peace to all who watch me. See you guys next time.